Good morning and welcome again to another Making Mondays Matter. It's a beautiful Monday morning where I'm at. A bit rainy weekend, but the sun is out in all its brilliance this morning. And I trust that where you are, the sun is shining. And if it's not shining on the outside, I trust that it's shining on the inside. This morning, I want to just take a little pause and ask us to avoid assumptions where necessary. Avoiding assumptions. This comes from my observation in recent times of persons reacting to situations that is simply in their mind. They assume certain things are happening or somebody said something, and they reacted to it without first inquiring or investigating, or even simply just asking a question. And so as we go into this week, I want you to avoid assumptions where possible. Now, I'm not saying not to assume, because in life we do have to make some assumptions. Assumptions are really us trying to fill in the blanks where we don't have all the information. Or let me put it another way, where all the information isn't available. And herein lies the difference. There are instances where you will never have all the information, or the critical information is simply not available. And so you have to make assumptions. In those cases, sometimes after following that base assumption, you may need to change course when you gather further information. But what I'm speaking about is persons who simply see a situation, don't inquire about it, don't investigate it, but react to it almost instantly, and is totally wrong, totally off base because of a false or wrong assumption. And that's what I want us to avoid as we go into this week, as we go into, again, the rest of this year. In business, some things may be occurring or have occurred, and you don't know necessarily the foundation as to why it occurred, and you start to make assumptions based upon what you see in the moment without first inquiring as to how it got there. And so as we go into the remainder of this week, like I said, I want us to avoid assumptions where possible. Seek the answer, ask questions, understand the situation as best you can before you respond to it. And I much prefer the word respond, because reaction is very negative in many cases, whereas responding, in my mind, says to me that you at least has given it some thought as to what your course of action should be. So let's avoid assumptions where possible. Let's find out why things the way they are, and then respond appropriately. This is David Ahrendts for another Making Mondays Matter, and I trust that we have a wonderful and successful week. Have a great Monday.